Over the past while, I've been working on a number of journals. I made 13 in total, and these are going to be gifts for people. I'll just show you the covers of them. They're essentially the same. The main differences between them are the papers that were used and also the ribbons and different details that I added after. These are all made with an envelope cover, and they are one signature. They are one signature. I use the 4-hole pamphlet stitch. All of the papers inside, whether they're pattern papers or not, they've all been coffee dyed and baked in the oven. And they all have the same type of ribbon or seam binding closures. I'm really happy with how they've all turned out. They're all a little bit different. I'll just walk you through one of these. So as I mentioned, the cover is an envelope, and just those regular mailing envelopes, the yellow ones. What I did was I glued some pattern paper onto the front and back of the envelope, and then I covered it in Mod Podge. Just today I added on some cover detailing. And this is a doily with a scallop punch and a butterfly punch and just some Dollar Tree sequins, whatever those are called. I punched a hole in the front cover to make the closure, and then I just added that eyelet, and it looks like a flower. I got them at Michael's. And then on all of them, I just pulled the ribbon through, ribbon, seam binding, whatever I used for the closure. And then most of them have a key tied onto the end of them. Some of them have an owl, but most of them have a key. I'll just take you in quickly. The front, I have a library pocket on all of them. And these library pockets I got in the $1.50 bins at Michael's. And I think there were 6 in a pack for $1.50. So love those, and I just edged around them, glued them on. I added this stamp onto some coffee dyed paper. It says "This book belongs to." Added some ribbon. Printed these library cards. I found them online, free printable. You will notice that, or you might notice, that my books resemble a lot of the other ones you see on YouTube. And I have been inspired by a few people. One, Denise from Practice Makes Pretty. I really love her work. I watch her videos all the time. And my journals are very similar to hers. She makes these as well. So these are just tags made from coffee stain paper. I add a scallop on the top, fold it in half, glue it on. I've added reinforcements because I was tearing them when I put the ribbon on. And then this definition stamp is from Stampin' Up. It's an old one. I think it's retired. Crafty Irina is another YouTuber who I'm very inspired by, and she makes these altered paper clips. So you'll notice a few of those throughout the journal. I also have a lot of free printables from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, so you'll see those in here as well. And I'll link all of these YouTube sites to my video. You'll see banners throughout the journal, single banners and triple banners. This is a sewn-in tag, also inspired by Denise from Practice Makes Pretty. I have a vintage paper bag with a few. This is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. This is just an index card that I've edged around. I've added a smaller scallop and a stamp, and then that's just extra journaling space. I tried not to go too crazy with the stamping, but I do have some stamping throughout. This one is a triple banner, and I glued it there and there to make a side pocket. This is coffee dyed graph paper. I have book pages, and I've just gessoed them so you can journal on them. Doily. Side pocket with just a piece of pattern paper that's coffee dyed, folded in half for extra journaling. Keimer's Vintage Garden. So when we get to the center, what I've done is I've put the printing towards the middle. Can't remember whose idea that was, but I did get it from a YouTube idea. I just glued on these punch outs for the it's stuck for the inside strings. And then what I've done here is I've done corner pockets on both sides, and then I just have a tag in here and also some more paper for journaling. I like to use my journals for journaling, so I've included a lot of space, assuming that other people might like to do the same. So that was the middle of the signature. So as we go through the back, I'm just going to go quickly because it's just the other side of all of that and pretty much identical. I had a lot of fun making these journals. They were a lot of work. They were a lot more work than I planned, to be honest. A lot of it is in the details that you do after you've sewn it together. Coffee staining takes a long time, and then all of the detailing after. This is just paper from Michaels. It's meant to line baskets for French fries or whatever. I like the texture of it. At the back, I used my To Be Continued stamp. I've started using that at the back of all my journals. And then I just tipped up something on how to use this book because not everyone is familiar with what to do with the junk journals. So because I'm giving these away as gifts, I wanted to kind of explain a little bit about what you can do with this book. And then I have this stamp, Handmade with Love. So I just put that on some coffee stain paper. And then the back pocket is empty. So that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing my journals, and thanks for watching.